Hello guys, and welcome to a TPM Football stream. We haven't had these for quite a while on the YouTube channel, but here I am. I'll be your caster, Reina, of course, and we're here to witness the finals of the Ambition Cup between Special Forces and another crew. Now it's been a small tiny invitational cup basically, and there have been just 4 clubs in it, but Special Forces and Nordic crew basically the strongest teams there are in this cup, and obviously they have made their way into the final now. So here you are, can witness them. The lineups will be quite usual for Special Forces. They have Maverick, Arshavin, Ibrahimovic, Kirill, Yandex, and Bugs Bunny, and this is quite I don't even remember his earliest nicknames, but I think we are very soon good to go as well into the game, as not a crew is already. RS, Francesco Totti, Sandro Aguero, and Duke will be their lineup. Now the big difference might be that Special Forces have Skiro Yandex as a medium, might be them using him as something which we will most likely see. Not all of Special Forces players are ready at the moment. If you want, you can also check out the stream on Twitch. This is that being brought to you by Sayed, Blue, and Mumik. I will be doing this one myself because I was hoping to bring Drostev in here, but he just couldn't do it today, so it will be just me this time around. We have quite the many spectators as well. I hope even more viewers on Twitch and in YouTube. So yeah, stick around as well, because these finals will be best of 3, and it might very well be decided by the very any of these. Meanwhile, we make substitutions. Everybody seems to be ready like they are, and there might be no extra additions to these lineups, I believe. So not a crew, of course, pretty much still known as like that defensive side they are, but made some additions as well to their lineup. Lord is back now, known as Ores, and Aguero and Duke in there as well. Duke, who was in Napoli for quite a long time. Aguero playing in his own clubs, but done a good job for not a crew now, and definitely if there is a new cup happening, not a crew can rely on him on goal, and we are. So this will be the first game in the final between Special Forces and not a crew. Looks like quite a lot of passes coming in from Special Forces side. Regimo is now trying to find anybody making that move upwards, but nobody is that impatient, and that ball is being played onto wing now. Maverick could make a cross in, but takes his time. Regimo just doesn't get the ball under his control. Does manage to dribble out Sandro, now passes it back to Maverick. This could be a pass to box. Duke makes a nasty foul there, and this could have been a red if he would have been the last man in the line, because it was a matter of centimeters there, but he escapes with just a yellow card there, and the free kick for Special Forces, which Ibrahimovic might take. He passes it to Bugs Bunny, but he doesn't hit it cleanly right into RS. Arshavin could have a second take with it. Now the passes move all the way towards Maverick again. He has a chance to cross. Nice 1-2 played with Ibrahimovic. They are trying to unlock the defense in the box, and Bugs Bunny has hit the header as well, but it's just into the goalkeeper. Now this series is which was played a bit earlier before this tournament, which had more teams participating, and I guess the general consensus was that, you know, having no human goalkeeper was kind of a fresh it was a fresh deal, because usually, you know, human goalkeepers could be the deciding factor in a lot of these games, and especially in the league it was a big talking point. Francesco Totti now advancing and does a very good cross in, but Skiro Yandex, well, that curl pretty much ended up right in his head. Duke tries to tries to pick it up, and yes, he does so, but Ibrahimovic just tackles Aguero cleanly enough to push it into an out, and RS again now to receive it. Could have been an opening up into the box, but no, Aguero with a good tackle, but they also keep hold of possession. Totti not trying his luck from the edge of the box. RS might be doing so. No, Aguero tries it, but the boss kick is out of it himself as well, and from a ricochet, it ends up as a corner for Notacrew. Played shortly, Aguero now. Oh, Bugs Bunny makes a bit of a hasty tackle in there. It could have been a penalty, and Duke tried his luck, but it went wide of the far post, and the 0 still stand on the scoreboard at the moment. Ibrahimovic now turning around, trying to open up the play for Special Forces. It is a bit difficult, they need to be, and Ibrahimovic does manage to get the ball, which was bounced over everybody. It was a great shot, but the goalkeeper just manages to fingertip it away. Aguero tries to get the ball through tackling Arshavin, but it just did not work out for him like he wanted it to happen. Does beat Aguero, does get the cross inside as well, but it just ends up in the middle of not as possible. Aguero does a nice turn, but the shot isn't as strong as it should have been to challenge the goalkeeper, and eventually it ends up in the post anyways. But meanwhile, on the other half of the field, Ibrahimovic was opening up. Duke just forces it into a corner kick because Bugs Bunny was opening up a bit too much there. Maverick again, short corners are played back and forth. Maverick, a good testing cross in, pretty much just a lob. Arshavin now pretty much in a 1-on-2 situation. Ways Arshavin turns around, passes it back. Well, a very challenging turn that as well, because Zaros, if he would have charged forward, he could have lagging out for a few seconds already, quite a few. Like he left as well, might be resetting his connection. Well, Notacrew standing strong right now, and they have maybe got more chances as well, really, but I'd say maybe the more lethal side could be Special Forces if they really make these moves happen inside the box, and just get these short passes going inside of there as well, just doing this old rogue family kind of play. Looks like Francesco Totti has reconnected, and the ball is having nearly made that mistake against RS. I'd like to recall that game they had against Now, and I think that game Arshav indeed conceded a lot against Polter that way. He turned and tried to play a bit too optimistically in defense, and it just cost him a lot of times. And even if you want to take on the attacker who could be played over, absolutely. Meanwhile, a good long ball comes forward towards Ibrahimovic. Maverick is charging for it, but Totti just makes that step aside to still hold the possession for Notacrew. Aguero trying his luck with the long ball. RS is completely free. He's charged early enough. That's a goal. Notacrew lead in the first game in the series from an incredible pass. Easily put a stop to that, and with a better header, they definitely could have stopped this. But now Special Forces is a bit back to the wall as well. Now they have to maximize their efforts. What they are really trying to do in attack, but it's just working. Bugs Bunny now to Skiru Yandex. It could be an opening up. Maverick is already very free on the wing. Sandro could move on to cover him, but no, that ball goes through immediately. But Duke was just one step ahead of Ibrahimovic to deny that opportunity of a free goal for Special Forces, and Shavin Ibrahimovic lets that ball through, but it is half time already, as worry about. Sandro now, the halves are switched. Well, some people too prefer to play downwards, so maybe that's even better for Notacrew now that they are attacking downwards. But Aguero ends up with the ball, trying to just weigh his opportunities there, tries to turn around. Bugs moving into open areas as well. Bugs Bunny nearly managed to score there, but no, just Notacrew's defense once again defending off the line, and it's really comes to nothing. Special Forces have had these opportunities, so many shots. A few of them have ended up in the hands of the goalkeeper, some of them in the post, and some of them have just gone wide. Aguero RS trying to make a combo play going on. It's could have gone over him as well. Francesco Totti now, long ball forward, trying to find RS. Doesn't cleanly get control of the ball, but Arshavin just intercepted it a little bit to force it into an out. And now another crew again, charging into the box. Aguero not in a good position to challenge that header, and Bugs Bunny was there first. Duke, Bunny just doing immense amount of defensive work, really, just blocking so many pathways with this. Have a chance in it, and Skiro Yandex was the one to concede it. That was just a salt on the wounds of special forces at this moment. Francesco Totti is still disconnecting, but another crew looking like they could even finish this game 4-5 because they have been more lethal in attack, and that cross will. Then again, if Skiro Yandex wouldn't have intercepted that, then maybe RS could have scored it in, and it could have been a giveaway anyways. Now it seems like Totti has been substituted and KC as well, so it should be no problem. Definitely, he's a very good player as well, and nothing to worry about for him. But looks like there seems to be a bit of an error going on. The invisible player on the field. No, it happened due to Casey being benched and Francesco Totti being brought into the game back, and well, it's honestly magnificent how easily another crew gets these chances. Like, yeah, I didn't even see this one coming, but RS just effortlessly putting it towards Totti, and it's 3-0 for another crew, and Special Forces just looking like they are digging around, gets the ball under control, and just makes a 180. Aguero charging forward. It's a 3-on-1 basically. Now Maverick in position, but RS could make a shot out of it. No, Maverick still just manages to get that body in the front of the shot, and Totti once again. Aguero is there, but no, Bugs Bunny has to give it his all to just mark him and keep him in position. Francesco Totti now makes a tactical foul. 2 takedowns. Kiro where RS just charging in as well, taking silly points there. But look at this again. Look at these diving headers, but looks like this time they had it under control, but nearly Arshavin and Kiro again with the miscommunication. It could have ended up as RS's chance to convert this into a goal. Francesco Totti gracefully picks up the throw in. Bugs Bunny does get a say in it, but no, picks up the yellow card and an aggressive foul on Duke instead. Aguero charging up the wing. Could make something out of it. Totti seems to be still lagging, but no, RS is in the box as well. That could be just enough. He does make the lob in, and RS surely is there already, and Skiriander seems to be really out of it. He just can't position himself well enough to deny RS, and it's just falling apart for Special Forces. And even though there's still at least one more game ahead of us, it looks like Special Forces aren't tuned in for any of the coming ones either. Nice long ball forward, just go out of play, but Bugs Bunny can't really challenge for a touch either. There's a long ball coming forward. Totti seems to be the player latching onto it, plays it to RS, who just tries to one-tap it in. Arshavin this time gives his best and just somehow stands in position to mitigate all these shots coming forward. And of course, it wasn't the best finish coming in from RS way either, but then again, it's 4-0 already, and even if you concede more, you know, what difference does it make? All eyes are already turned towards the second game, I'm quite sure of it. Duke now playing it to Aguero, who makes a nice turnaround over Skiro Yandex, and Skiro obviously enraged at that and takes him down. Well, it's a nice position to concede a foul in. It wasn't that close to goal either. They couldn't make a challenge for a cross. Well, a good ball goes forward by Maverick. He could have just run on, but instead he tries to... Well, he does play the pass to the side. This time gets the ball back. Skiro obviously has an incredible chance, but just look at this. Notacrew, 4 players right on the goal line, and nothing is just escaping that wall, that brick wall that's there in Dara. So you need to be much better with this finishes. Arshavin pretty much let him go once again, and he just couldn't finish a one-on-one opportunity, and this time offside as well. Understatement. Is looking quite dreadful at the moment to begin with. Bugs Bunny, well, at least they're trying to find space and moving more players into the box to just maybe overcrowd it and maybe overnumber Notacrew, who is doing such a great collective effort. Oh, Aguero there with a diving header, but it is game over, and we are moving into the second game very, very soon now. Well, what can be said? Not a Crew won this one comfortably 4-0, but it is yeah, there has to be a great improvement in Special Forces defending, especially because Not a Crew, even though they are doing so well in defense, obviously they have to be vulnerable in the end at some point, and these shots coming in from special key as well, you could say. So maybe just that single second goal is all what they need. Maybe just some kind of defensive substitution, but looking at how they're lined up as well, only options maybe for a substitution would be Nepcat, and that seems to be the way they're going with Nepcat brought in as the second defender, most possibly instead of Arshavin. So maybe that is the correct call. Maybe that saves them in the second game. Who knows? But there's still quite a bit of time until we start the Twitch stream. That's just as important. We haven't had any real content brought forward in a long time, so it is a nice sight to see. Looks like Not a Crew is staying with a similar, if not the same lineup. It does seem like they're staying with the same lineup. So RS Duke, Francesco Totti, Aguero, and Sandro Casey doesn't get to play, at least so it seems. As well now, maybe we see Arshavin coming back. No, not at this point. Arshavin probably could be named as the weakest link of Special Forces in the first half, and yeah, it could have been much better for Special Forces. Really, if you think of all their achievements, that Cup quarterfinal, it's been so great, but right now it's nothing really. Looks like the second game is getting underway now. Pretty much the same lineups, only difference being Aguero. Then we are starting the second half now. Rizhenko. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I missed on other player. It's Rizhenko being brought on for who now? Who did I miss? I think I'm getting. Oh, I'm sorry. Bugs Bunny is being brought out as well. So Rizhenko may be trying to become that attacking force. He has that great shot, so why not? Gimovic, a good ball into the middle, finds Rushenko, a great corner inside actually, but Duke has the last say in it and heads it clear. Well, they had everything in their hands at this point. Francesco Totti once again having difficulty, but it's just not a Crew's opportunity actually. RS nearly got ahead of Nepcat there, but Nepcat just long enough to block that effort with his feet. The corner kick doesn't come to anything really. Duke now onto Sandro. The wing is opening up. Nepcat, however, is quite tightly marking RS. Aguero commits a foul there. Nothing coming out of that effort, and you can see Special Forces immediately improving in their play style and overall shape, and that fluidity of the game has really been improved as well. Nepcat need now by Francesco Totti. He's given way too much space. That is getting dangerous. Turns around Skiro once again, but that cross finds Aguero. Eventually, Skiro and nor Nepcat were in position to deny it nor block it. And Not a Crew just starting off even earlier than they did in the last game. It is really going down the drain for Special Forces. Not a Crew can now open up slowly from the defense. We can see Special Forces applying a lot more pressure onto them. Sandro does take 2 men down, but doesn't even get a yellow card, surprisingly, for that. Skiro trying his luck, but just goes wide over the top corner. It could have been an amazing free kick if this really went in, or even somehow hit the bar. Maybe the rebound could have saved them, but no, Aguero once again rushing into attack, playing on the byline and nearly going out of playfield, and that cross was quite dangerous as well. And really, it has been a problem even now in that new line of special forces, not looking comfortable trying to keep Not Crew at bay, and yeah, they can't really cope with the attacking movement of Not Crew. That's quite certain. Maverick now runs into a halt on the wing. Sandro and Francesco Todding doing so well to close down all the channels. Duke playing it forward to Totti, and Duke is a very versatile player himself. Just like Totti does as well, actually. He has played in defense for quite a while in his career. Aguero escapes 2 players, but Sandro was Aguero and RS are back in it as well. Nepcat just sleeps on it a bit too long, doesn't latch onto the ball, and it could be another Cruz counter attack, but it does go out of play. Another Crew are still staying on their 1 goal, but the question is for how long, because they are really the more lethal side, and breaking that stereotype about them being the defensive and passive club they are. Guerrero, Francesco Totti. And I think it's a great move as well from Not Crew to play Aguero up front. Actually, it has been so fruitful. RS as well, they keep changing positions. Aguero nearly escapes there, but the linesman does raise his flag, and he's offside just by a few inches, really, because it didn't seem too much. Nepcat back to Skiru Yandex. Tries a nonsensical pass over the top. Rozhenko wasn't even making a move onto it, and it really seems like Special Forces are losing any drop-up teamwork still left in their club, and looks like another throw-in is being taken. Looks like the previous one failed, and Rozhenko moving into the box, and Maverick just nearly misses the header. It could have been a great one. I'm sure the goalkeeper wouldn't have reached it as well. Rozhenko just a bit too rapidly. RS makes a good ball through, but Francesco Totti can't reach it even with the dive. Nepcat, what can he do with the throw-in? You can't really initiate quick attacks against Not Crew either, because they always keep deep in their own half as well. Duke and Sandro always in their positions. RS now looking to beat Rozhenko in pace. Does so, turns around with a magnificent shot, but it hits the crossbar. Francesco Totti, a bit of a tricky play there against Maverick. They did have an opportunity, but no, it goes all the way over to the top. Once again, Maverick does not gain control over it, and Duke is the one to pass it back into another Crew's attacking movement. But now the play has really turned into a ping-pong match. Sandro does just enough to cut back these passes and maybe stop Special Forces trying to gain that traction they wanted to get in that final third. But not again. Francesco Totti on the wing. Oh dear, it could be something dangerous coming in from this way, but Nepcat does so well to step in and push him aside. Gets the ball. Ibrahimovic, Maverick. Maybe that passing play is starting now. Skiru Yandex, but you can see so many errors coming in. Ibrahimovic again just can't get the ball under their control. The goalkeeper played it just out of pressure, just well enough, and Not Crew holding on to that final victory as well, as they won the first game 4-0. And even though Special Forces have upped their game a bit in this one, it is not looking good for Special Forces at all. Alright, Duke, Sandro. The switch of halves may be working again for Not Crew. They really kicked in the second game, in the first game, I'm sorry, and it might be happening this time as well. But Nepcat really an improvement in defense compared to Arshavin, but then again, everybody has bad days, and look at this, just such a silly error which shouldn't be coming in anyway, and Ibrahimovic just relentlessly sliding in there, trying to block the effort. And so Aguero heading it forward. RS doesn't get into air in time. Skiru does get to it first. Rozhenko does have a bit of space, but he's too far back. Sandro is there to cover him as well. Plays it back to Skiru, and you can see Special Forces just not being comfortable with their game at all. Taking his time. Might have been his connection once again as well. Sandro now. Just look at how open the playfield is for Not Crew, but Sandro tries his luck maybe from distance, or just a pass that somehow finds the recipient being Aguero, but he just pushes it out a bit and eventually is the goal kick for Special Forces. Gimovic does find Maverick. Maybe, just maybe, it's an opportunity for an equalizer for Special Forces now. Just try your luck from distance, but no, Ibra decides to play a short pass back inside the box, but Maverick has already moved into an offside position, and that just sums it up how Special Forces have been playing today. But there is a silly error from Notacru's side. But Ibrahimovic, once again, these shots are just so meager, they cannot challenge the defense of Notacru nor the goalkeeper. Sandro just with ease slid in front of that attempt of a shot, and you know, it was all certain tray for for Special Forces, I'm sorry, and it just didn't work out. While Nepcat is in a 1-on-2 situation, maybe he can do it. No, he doesn't manage to stop Totti, who somehow manages to whiff the shot completely wide off target. Such a great opportunity for Notacru to seal this game. Maverick tries his luck now, but it wasn't the best of curves in, and goalkeeper parries it out. Kiro Yandex, Aguero heads it clear, and Francesco Totti gets it under his control, plays it forward a bit as well, just to maybe safely clear it and calm the game down a bit. Nepcat, Special Forces, they are trying to gain that motion in now. The Maverick as well. Once again, he's completely unmarked. If these crosses would really work out, it could be something, but no, he just ends in a lockup and doesn't know what to do with the ball, and that corner either doesn't do any justice to them, just ends up in the welcoming arms of the goalkeeper, and Notacru still in the lead. Not much to go until this game's over, and until all of this game's over. Now it seems to be that showtime for KC as well. Totti is being subbed out, and maybe KC can back something here as well. Nepcat, well, you really need to play more rapidly. You are behind in the second game already. Once you've lost the first one, you need to really turn up your speed here. Aguero, well, no, you can see another crew just cruising through this. They regain possession, they maintain it so well. Skiro Yandex, well, that was a good ball, but a bit too floaty there, and eventually caught back from Notacru's defense once again. Nepcat, he has had a lot of touches, and it looks like a lot has been played through him, but Special Forces just can't find the right move forwards, and the only real opportunity maybe they had this game was that mishap from Notacru's side, actually, which Ibrahimovic just couldn't capitalize on, and that really should have been the equalizer, because I don't see one coming in now, but Ibrahimovic tries his luck. The goalkeeper has come out, makes a double save right, completely reverted in seconds. Kiro Yandex is being sent off. He got a straight red card for that, obviously, because Aguero was escaping. And that's just how this game is going to end for Special Forces, in complete shambles. Aguero now to be careful not conceding tackles, but what can you do? You have to put a stop to Notacru's game. Somehow that cross was actually quite the danger. Nepcat once again restarting the play with short passes. Now they are a man down, and there is just no way back in. Might be winning their first trophy with this tournament. Nepcat. Bugimovic. Well, this is a place to try, but that free kick was just horrendous. Ibrahimovic just shot it straight into the goalkeeper, and yeah, looking like complete, just not Special Forces day at all. This is one of the weakest competitive Special Forces performances I've seen personally, and it's a bit disheartening because they've always been that really collective side, but right now it's just not working out at all. RS looks like maybe Notacru can get the final say in this game as well. Aguero even hits the ball, was completely unmarked as well, right under the goalkeeper, but couldn't direct it inside the goal. Gets another chance. Maverick surely sent off. No, just escapes with the final warning, but it is the final minute as well on the clock soon, and should be enough already. Referee has most likely seen enough of this game as well very soon. Ibugimo is still trying maybe to salvage something with this pass, but no, just is not working out. Aguero maybe that final goal is coming in, and surely, like I said, no, it isn't actually Casey who bags it, it's RS, but Casey at least has a word to say in this game, does get the assist. And Not a Crew has won the Ambition Cup with 2 straight victories, very convincing performances as well from them. 4-0 and 2-0, Special Forces end up with no goals whatsoever. They had opportunities, but they just couldn't convert them, and that could be pretty much the end of Special Forces era which they had for a while, because looking at Not a Crew side as well, they are looking to turn out to be a good side. I've seen Special Forces and Not a Crew playing a lot together, but